Hello, this is Charnel Weathersby, founder and the CEO here at Somi Branch Strategy. I know so many of us have these strategic goals and things that we are really set out to achieve this year. And one thing that I know is common and that keeps coming up in many of the circles that I'm in is this desire to, get yourself out there to build your brand and to gain some recognition and a followership. And I want to give like three different points, if you will, or three different ways that you can help to gain some interest or gain some traction for your business or for your organization. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you're new and kind of early stage or if you've been at this for a while and now you're trying to attract maybe a new audience because you've maybe plateaued and see opportunity to kind of pivot and to start bringing in a newer audience to supplement the audience that you already have. Or you see an opportunity to diversify and maybe you need to expand your reach and start reaching another profile of people. So I want to just kind of give you three different ways that I find are just awesome ways to help you to attract new audiences, to expand your reach, and to help build the engagement that you have in your business or your organization. So first and foremost, it's about building your credibility. When we think about building our credibility, this is our opportunity to share our perspective on topics that are very relevant to our audiences. So one of the things that I did for many years in corporate America was help to build brands. So as a brand manager in the consumer packaged goods industry, it was my responsibility and I had the opportunity to really figure out how do you build a brand's portfolio, but really to then connect it with its audience. So what that means to you is first and foremost, figure out how you can build your credibility in the industry that you're in with your audience. So a couple ways that you can do that is get really smart about your industry. So what I mean by that is understand trends and big topics or things that are relevant and happening in your industry. For example, if you are in the jewelry space or the apparel space, sustainability continues to be the conversation. If you're in the food space, natural, whole food, holistic, these are topics that are just so relevant in your respective industry. So think about how does it impact your business and have a point of view on it. What you want to do is find out how you can put yourself in a position in your industry to be a thought leader. Now, okay, maybe you are a florist or maybe you're somebody who's just a creative entrepreneur, right? That's just following your passion. And it's not that you need to become an expert in everything related to your industry, but think about what are your points of view or your perspective on different topics or things that are happening within your respective industry and become a voice of reason to your people. So maybe there's some new industry information that came out about sustainability and you need to have a point of view about that. And so let your customers know what your point of view is on that. DE&I, so diversity and inclusion and engagement tends to be a hot topic in many of our service-based industries right now. What is your company's point of view or your company's perspective on that topic? So that's my point, is that the first step when you're thinking about engaging new audiences or expanding your reach, or even just attracting more people to your business and to your organization, is first build your credibility in the industry that you're in. Have a point of view and a perspective and relay that in many different ways. So that is step number one. Step number two is to be smart about how you're leveraging social media, because today it is like our number one way to engage with our audiences. I've worked many years, like I said, in corporate where we had traditional media models and then we had non-traditional. But today, social media is like the primary way to engage with your audience, because we live in a world where everything is visual, it's virtual. So, with millions and millions of consumers on the internet on a daily basis, you know that your brand needs to have a presence. So while many of you have social media pages, Instagram, for example, do you have a business account? Do you have a company page? Because if you have a company page, you have analytics and insights that you can glean from your content. So on your company page, you should be able to go under your profile and be able to pull up insights about your business. So you'll be able to see for your various posts and the content that your company is working so hard to put out there. You can look and see what the analytics are saying. What are your engagement levels? What's your reach? What posts are peaking versus other posts? And that information should make you smarter about how you're building your content and understand what content is most engaging. Because at the end of the day, we want to have content that is present and it's relevant and it's engaging with our people. And the more that you're putting that content out there, then you best believe that is going to attract more people to your platform. So that's step number 2, or point number 2, is really around building your engagement by being smarter about how we're leveraging social media. Now, there's other platforms that we all are on in many different ways, whether it's LinkedIn or whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter. It's the same thing. Make sure that you have a company page on those platforms and not just the personal page. And you're presenting your brand on that platform in a way that's professional, but be smart about how you are engaging with your audiences on those platforms by using the analytics to inform you on how you can further engage with your audience. So our first point, as I talked about, was being a thought leader and building your credibility with your audience is the first way that we can look at the latter half of this year, if you will, and how we can really start to be intentional about attracting more people to our businesses and our organizations. The second point is being smart and using the analytics to inform our social media so that we can be even more effective about how we're using that tool. The last point is about partnerships and collaborations. It is important that as owners, as entrepreneurs, and the leaders of our organization, we are not in a silo. Brands need to be associating themselves with other brands, other organizations, other missions and efforts that align with our same mission and our values. So whether you're bringing in an expert who has a similar point of view or interest as yours onto your platform, whether you're hosting an event with somebody else, or you're collaborating, maybe you're doing a promotion that is with another brand. These are all great ways to start to reach and connect with audiences that maybe you have not connected with in the past. I brought up topics for like many of our service-based industries or organizations, maybe finding themselves connecting with experts that are bringing points of view on topics that are relevant to how you're servicing your clients. That is very good. So continue to find ways that you can partner and you can collaborate with brands and organizations that have shared missions and shared values as you. Now, here's the thing. Partnerships and collaborations don't always just have to be with organizations that are in your industry and not in your industry. I want you to also think about who you may perceive as a competitor, because these are very much so businesses and organizations that would make a lot of sense for you to partner and collaborate with, because I guarantee while you may be going after the same customer, their same client, it makes a lot of sense for you to partner and collaborate, because you may be offering them something different that it makes sense for you to come together on offering them a joint solution. So just think about that. Is, there's opportunities for many of our brands to collaborate and to partner to expand their reach and to reach audiences that you may not have been able to reach before. So hey, there you have it. Those are 3 different ways that I know will help you to attract new audiences as we kick off this new month. It'll allow you to boost your engagement with people at the end of the day, and to ultimately grow your business. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to be of service to people and to reap the reward that is associated with that. So thanks for chiming in. It's so good to see many of you on the line here. So once again, this is Charnel Weathersby with Soul Mood Brand Strategy, and we will catch you next time on some branding tips. Take care. Bye-bye.